Hey, y'all, we're talking about the guidance of God today, coming from James 1, verses 5 through 7. God's word says this: if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously and without finding fault, and it will be given to him. But when he asks, he must believe and not doubt, because he who doubts is like a wave in the sea, blown and tossed about by the wind. That man should not think that he will receive anything from the Lord. Man, that's tough. That's powerful. He's basically saying if we lack wisdom, just ask God. And for many of us, James knows, again, that we struggle with that. We may ask God, but you know what we do? We come back and go, I'm asking God for this, but is he really going to give it? I'm asking God, but you know what? This circumstance has been going on a long time. Maybe he's never going to fix it. I'm asking God, but this relationship just seems to keep going south. Is it ever going to change? No, maybe not. He's saying, quit doubting. If you doubt, you're like a wave tossed about like the sea. When you and I do that, and I struggle with that one, because he's saying, again, when we trust him, he's going to answer. Now, he's not rewarding our trust, but basically it's you and I persevering to the point where we find that we can trust him. And in that trust, we're going to see him show up in ways that are going to blow us away. Now, you know what? God, I believe, still is going to answer our prayer often, even when we doubt. But at the same time, James goes on, like he says, that man should not think he'll receive anything from the Lord. You know what? For many of us, I believe we miss the answer that God has provided because we start doubting. For many of us, and I believe I've gone through those seasons where I stopped trusting God with it, and God, I believe, answers. You know what? I missed his answer because I'm so consumed with doubting that God has supplied. I want to encourage you today, whatever it is you need, ask God for wisdom. He's never going to hold back from you. He's not going to withhold from you, his child, who he loves desperately, the response that you need to hear. It may not be what you want to hear in this moment, but God is going to give you wisdom. But don't doubt. I want to encourage you today, hang on to God's word, trust him, and he'll answer. Love you guys. So honored you'd spend time with me. Have an amazing day, living reckless for the one who loves you most, Jesus. Bye, y'all.